Vanessa Feltz reveals hell behind gastric band surgery nightmare. Metro News. 135.6M shares. Vanessa Feltz has opened up the hell she suffered as a result of a slipped gastric band. Speaking to Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield on the TV and radio presenter said the band had been causing a number of complications and uncomfortable symptoms. Vanessa said, "So, I spoke with you before about the gastric band I had fitted in 2010, and it turned out to be much more complicated. It turned out it had slipped, and I was having horrible symptoms, waking up feeling as if I was drowning. My throat, ears, eyes, nose seemed to be full of liquid. It was all quite." She went on to explain that her surgeon told her the band would have to be removed, and weight gain would be a likely side effect. "I was told by a surgeon that I would have to have the band removed, and he said, you know what will probably happen, when it comes out you'll start eating again and you'll put the weight on again, because you're a lifelong yo-yo eater, and unfortunately I am, it's true," she explained. Did that worry me? That's why she opted for a gastric bypass at the same time as having the band removed, even though the thought of having such a big operation put her off at first. Vanessa said, "I was told what you could have at the same time the gastric band is removed, you could have a gastric bypass. And I said," her surgeon explained that it was worth doing both procedures at the same time. It was a lot to think. The operation wasn't as straightforward as her surgeons hoped, and Vanessa ended up in intensive care. "It turned out the gastric band had been thoroughly embedded in my liver and it had to be very carefully dissected out, and that took some time. It had also caused a hernia that had to be repaired," she explained. Ben and Saskia, her partner and daughter, were asking where I was because I went down to theater at about 8:30 am and I didn't come out until after 1 in the afternoon. They were really. Vanessa says she's now feeling a lot better, and her weight loss has been a welcome side effect. "Any drowning feeling or reflux from the gastric band, that's gone, and I've lost just under 3 stone, she said. "Which is great because I feel like what a shame that I couldn't just control it," Vanessa added. "Why couldn't I say, I feel good? And I feel a bit." If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting I'd love to hear from you. Lentidity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.